So you wanna bake your Quixel textures in the Unreal Engine directly and create some atlases. Let's go over. So in the fab I downloaded these 8 different textures. Let's have the blueprint and we create the material instance for this. We will just name this and assign in the material in our blueprint. So we have this black material now. For this purpose we need to switch the mask to see the alpha channels, and let's go over the layer parameters where we are going to build our material system. So we have the material layer and we have the texture setups. Like this is just a basic material setup, and you have all this attributes, parameters, and we just assign our textures and that's it. You have this texture. And this texture doesn't have alpha in the black, or this is need to use the alpha channel. So when we enable this, we will see the correct alpha opacity, and we can further adjust like brightness and all the other parameters. And you have also the UV logic in the tiling. So in the Atlas, we need to create these 4 different areas. So we are going to tile textures and we are going to mask out each Atlas area. So let's go over and overwrite a new layer. So this will like completely overwrite every attribute. So we just set up as the same as like the previous one. So we assign our new texture setup. So we lose every data from the bottom because our blending is like happening covering all. So we just adjust our material and then we need to mask out this new layer. So we are going to be able to see. So you can see we have this grid happening, this square by default. It is on the center. You can have the size and the offset. So this offset will be snapping by the size of the grid. This is very easy to workflow. And you can see we have our second layer on the top right, and this process we can continue as much as how many layers, how many atlases we want. Just set up the textures, tiling and mask out, and that's it. You can see we have this now, the moss added, and the last layer we add these new debris. And that's it. I mean, you can continue this process however you want. So this is our atlas is now happening. So to bake it, we need to first come over these settings, alpha composite and unlit. And in the blueprint, now we have these textures. We are going to use layered materials. We going to bake PBR set. So PBR set will be baking albedo, normal and packed, whatever it is. We are going to name this, and that's it. We have this, we come over to levels folder, and when we bake, you can see these are our tier 3 textures, automatically named, automatically resized. We are using downscale resolution, so this is like albedo will be 2K. And we have the compression settings accordingly. Path to power of 2, sRGB. You can use like optimizing textures. This is like automatically. So the normals will be half the resolution. No sRGB. And the packed textures will be like quarter of the resolution. I think this workflow I see on many years ago, and this is really convenient. Like highest resolution on the base color, and normal will be a little bit down, masks will be a little bit down to save some memory. So let's compare the textures. You can see we have this alpha channel, the opacity here, but we didn't bake it. We just have the base color, and we can actually additionally bake this by opacity as alpha. And when we click bake, you can here see we have now the base color and alpha channel, opacity in the alpha channel. So the normals are the same, the packed textures are the same, ORM, like the roughness, occlusion, metallic, everything is the same. So this is like how we're going to bake it. And let's go over for our next setup for the blood. For the blood, we don't need to use PBR sets. Let's switch to default lid to see. We disable the BakeCraft. So we have this perfect setup we already enabled. So we just need to swap the textures actually. I mean, I'm using all the texture setup, but this will be not necessary. We will only need to bake the base color. But let's just switch the textures for each layer. And here we have the setup now. We are using the alpha channel again. We just switch to, this is the translucent look. So if we want to bake the opacity as alpha, we just enable the BakeCraft alpha composite unlit and name this textures, and we have this thing only baking the base color with the opacity. So this is like BO underscore, and that's it. This is our baked texture. So you can see this is the, let's see, this is the alpha channel, and you can bake also the alpha to the base color again to like reduce the channel sizes. This is really affecting the performance, but the quality will be questionable. And let's see them on the action. Let's create a material instance to see the atlases with the how we want to see. So we create our material instance, we assign our material, we will just use one layer. This will be like basic setup, and we assign our textures. We are using the alpha channel here. Let's enable this, and let's come over here to the translucent blend mode, and that's it. This is how we see the alpha atlas texture. But the purpose of the atlas to see the one atlas on here, so we just control with the tiling. We can control which atlas will be shown by the offset. Like if we just change this parameter, we will see each time we will have a different atlas. You can further adjust with the randomization for each instance, but this is like how you can bake and use atlases in general. Alright, let's go over for our other setup. We can use debris also, full material. We have all the setup, just need to switch the textures. So if we want to use this without opacity, we can disable this and we will use opacity as alpha. It will be a bit less quality on the corners, but depends on the scenario. It can be very useful, very efficient workflow. But again, you can just switch by the offset, and if you will see the difference if we swap the textures and use the alpha. This is a bit more quality on the cutout, but again, up to you. You have the choice. I mean, however you want. So this is like the quick setup for the atlas creation in Unreal. We didn't leave Unreal at all. We downloaded textures from the Quixel and everything happened in the engine. So I hope you find this useful, and check out the BakeCraft on the Fab. See ya.